Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Harisna Hikmah. I am from Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Yogyakarta. Today I will be one of the presenter of this international conference, and I will present my paper entitled Podcast and Padlet and its effectiveness in ELT class for pesantren students. So the objective of my study is improving students' English productive skills by using podcast and Padlet. Okay, let's start from the background. As we know that nowadays the very fast development of technology have affected all aspects of our life, especially in education. In English language teaching, the use of technology in the classroom is very important and indispensable since technology plays the important roles in education. Common problem in teaching English is establishing the students' productive skill using the target language. The productive skill here means the ability of students speaking and writing. Productive skills can be the barometer on how much language learners have learned the target language. In relation to the technology, there are various technology can be applied in language teaching, especially in improving the students' productive skills. There are Zoom meeting, Google Classroom, quizzes, podcasts, and video YouTube. And in this study, it is limited on the use of podcast and Padlet only. Why do we use podcasts? Hasan and Hun in 2013 defined podcast as a series of combination of both audio and video recording uploaded to the website. And nowadays, podcast has been very familiar because it has been used by many teachers to increase the students' listening and speaking skills. The audio on podcast can help the learner familiarize with the target language. And why do we use Padlet? The use of Padlet in learning to write can motivate and make students more active in writing opinions. This is the opinion from Alice in 2016. In addition, Jagannathan in 2016 also says that Padlet is like a piece of paper, but it is on the web. Padlet is a web application that lets the user to post notes on a digital wall. Not only notes, but also we can attach photos, audio recording, and link to the wall of Padlet. And now we are talking about Pesantren As-Salafiyah. It is located at Mlangi, Nogotirto, Sleman, Yogyakarta, and it is one of the big pesantrens in Yogyakarta, which has for about more than 1,000 students who stays in the boarding school. What makes the pesantren interesting is the facilities that have been given by the pesantren for the students. So every student here is facilitated by the gadget or tablet. As-Salafiyah also developed some informatic technology to support their management system. However, the problem are some teachers still rarely use the facilities in their classroom. So that's why important to introduce many gadget platforms that can be applied in the classroom. The next is about research methodology. This is a quantitative research and applied quasi-experimental with pre-test post-test designed. For the control class, there were 12 female science class, and for the experimental class, there were 12 female social students. To collect the data, we use speaking and writing tests, and to analyze the data, we use normality test, homogeneity test, and also t-test. Well, after the data analysis, we got the result, and it is divided into three parts. The first one, we are talking about the mean score, and then the second one, we are talking about the normality and homogeneity test, and then the third one, we are talking about the t-test score. For the mean score, from the table, we can see the pre-test score for speaking in control group. The average score was 68.85, and for the experimental score, the average score was 68.33, and for the writing score for the control group was 64.33, and for the experimental group was 63.87. While for the post-test score, For the speaking score for control group, there was 67.38, and for the experimental group was 72.49. And for the writing score, for the control group, the average score was 78.95, and for the experimental group, the average score was 72.23. And from this, we can see that there is no significant difference about the mean score for the pre-test, and there was a difference in the post-test score between control and experimental group. And now we are talking about the normality and homogeneity test. The normality test, the Keynote score were greater than 0.05, there is 0.2, so it can be said that the data has normal distribution. And for the significance score, there are also more than 0.05, so it can be said that the data on pre-test and post-test were homogeneous. So now we turn to the t-test score. From the table, we can see that the significance score for pre-test were greater than 0.05. For example, for the speaking pre-test score, the Keynote score was 0.79, and for the writing pre-test was 0.66, and it is greater than 0.05, which indicates that there is no significant difference between control and experimental classes before the treatment has been carried out. And for the second, from the post-test score, there was a significant difference because the Keynote score of the significance of speaking post-test was 0.014, while for the writing post-test was 0.017, and it indicates that there is a significant difference between control and experimental classes after the treatment employed. From the finding, it shows that podcast and Padlet gives more beneficial for increasing students' productive skills. The result of the study support the previous study done by Bustari in 2017. They state that podcast media demonstrated positive results in students' speaking achievement in terms of pronunciation and fluency. While the second study done by Fitria in 2015, she stated that podcasts could be one of alternative and innovative computer-based in listening and speaking. And the last one is study done by Taufikur Rahman in 2018. He found that Padlet can give contribution in students' descriptive text in writing mastery, so that students have good achievement in writing descriptive text after having the teaching and learning process by using Padlet. Now we turn to the discussion about limitation, implication, and also suggestions. There are some limitations of the study. The first, the study was conducted in only 6 meetings in using Padlet and podcasts in the classroom. And then the second, the students can only use the gadget when they are in the school time. So when the school time is over, and then they have to go back to their dormitory and they cannot access to the gadget anymore. And the internet connection for the school is still need to be improved since there are so many students who access the internet at the same time. And the implication, since the research shows that using technology can improve the students' language skills, it's important for teachers to apply it in the classroom. Moreover, the school has facilitated the students with the gadget. And the suggestions, the first one, for further researchers, further research on how to apply podcast and Padlet in terms of how to conduct the classroom using podcast and Padlet, the steps in teaching, how to give feedback, and how to assess the students' language skill using podcast and Padlet are still needed. And the next suggestion, it is important for other pesantren to be aware of technology. This pesantren has facilitated the students with gadget, and it will be the role model for other pesantren who wants to apply technology in improving the quality of teaching and learning process. So from the finding and discussion, it can be concluded that podcasts and Padlet are effective media to increase the students' productive skills since the significant difference score were less than 0.05. And it will be the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward for the question and answer session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.